Hello, good people of the interwebs, and welcome back to Torchlight. Yes, if you've noticed by now, I've changed up on a few things in my arsenal. So, I did a bit of grinding off camera. Got myself another sword, stashed away a few items, and of course, I'm a few levels stronger than I was before. So let's go to the vast chasm. Oh, this week has been... This week has been crazy. I'm only glad that it is the end of the week. And being that it is the end of the week, well, I think I can relax now. Look at that beautiful piece of damage. Like I said, this sword that I've recently bought, for those who are wondering about this sword, allow me to pull up my inventory. I got myself an Ironkin Falcata, which delivers 82 plus electric damage. I still have my war sword, so therefore I am packing some hefty damage in both hands. And this item that I got was from the last Hatch mission, which is a Fang Legion Ballista. A two-handed rare crossbow that dishes out a range between 109 to 218 and dishes out 49 to 98 electric damage. Very slow, but I'm keeping it around because gives me 30 health still on hit and 10 in knockback, but it requires level 24 and requires 42 dexterity. Magic's not an issue, it's just the dexterity part. This week has been crazy. The heat here has literally been something else, man. I mean, it's been like 70, no, 90 degrees. It's going to be, next week is going to be a little bit lower than that. And thank God it is, because I swear, I really can't handle this kind of heat. And I mean, it's been like 90 degrees and up. Just because it's been that hot. But it's neither here nor there because, well, it makes me kind of wonder about next month when I go up to AX. So what's supposed to be happening within like 3 weeks' time is the old man is going to go in for surgery on his shoulder. And he's been saying, you know, some terrible stuff about himself, like, oh, he's not going to be able to drive anymore or whatnot. And the thing is, did I ever ask you to take me somewhere? And even if I did, it's not like I'm asking you to stay. That has always been my issue. It's like, have I ever asked you to do anything other than, you know, if you need to go, go, you know, I have never been one to. I've never been one to be, you know, asking for much. It's not an issue to actually go to this expo because I only do it once a year. Plus it's the only time I can really just relax, get away from the house. And you know, just let my otaku side out. So you can tell, you know, it hasn't been easy by any stretch of imagination with this week. Besides, I would think, you know, after all this, yeah, I'm getting out the house, I'm getting out of your hair. And I only stay there until like 5 or 6 o'clock. Because I'm doing one of two things. I'm either buying some stuff or I'm just looking around. And see what's happening with the latest and the greatest, you know. So what I'm slowly trying to do while I'm there is you know, try something different. That's mainly what I'm trying to do. I'm just do something totally different while I'm there. Besides what I normally do there. I mean, who knows? I might go and do karaoke this year. Hell, I might want to just bunk with somebody, or you know, stay there throughout the duration of AX. You know, you don't know. But the point is, you know, you always want to do a little something different. And that's always good because, you know, whenever you go to something like a convention, like for 3 days, you always want to do something different every time you go there. Maybe you want to make some friends. Maybe you want to meet some people there, you know. Maybe you just want to say you did something. You were part of something. And that's all I do there. I just go there just to be a part of something. That's why I go to every kind of expo. Aside from my local expo, which is usually on a Sunday. Like every third or second Sunday. They usually they charge a lot though. That's the issue. That's the reason why I don't really go to the local expo that I usually go to. Because let me tell you, the local expo in my area is about $8 or $9. So there's one thing I would like to do. It's like, okay, they just dropped me off at Carl's Jr. That's how it is. Just drop me off at Carl's Jr. I'll take it from there. Because really, where the expo is, Carl's Jr. is right across from. Carl's Jr. is exactly right across from the expo. Or even more so, Jack in the Box is rather closer to the expo than Carl's Jr., to be honest, because it's on the same side. My pack is always full. But as I was saying on a different video, my prehistoric Isle video, I've been mainly under a lot of pressure just because of what's been happening. It's like I've been told, you know, you need to learn how to drive. And the thing is, I said this before, but even if I did know how to drive, or actually have my license to drive, for what reason am I gonna go? That's why I say when the expo comes around. That's why I say when the expo comes around, I just want to be dropped off. Nobody's asked you to stay, just drop me off, Because let me tell you, a lot of people there do the same thing I do. And that is, they get dropped off. But the thing is, I don't stay as long as other people do. Like I said, what I've learned to do is while I'm down there, since there is a restaurant road not too far from the expo, when I'm done going through Anime Expo, what I usually do is the following. I usually just go and get something to eat. But let me tell you, when you eat at it, don't eat at the expo, because they'll charge you. They'll really start to charge you for no apparent reason. And let me put a point into block and parry. Put some points into the following. There. A little bit stronger now. But as I stated, that's the only reason why I go out to AX. I have the entirety of the weekend. I have the entirety of the weekend to basically go out, relax, let my hair down. Then by Sunday, when it's all over, because mind you, I don't go out on Sunday. Because Sunday is usually like the last day of the expo. I don't really bother going out because they usually close by then. So that's the reason why I don't go out to the expo. If I go out to the expo, there's nothing for me to get while I'm there, because everything is pretty much closing down or in the process of closing down. A lot of things I am looking forward to is, while I'm there, is seeing the cast from the old Sailor Moon dub. Because yes, I used to watch Sailor Moon when it was on the air. Back when UPN actually meant something. let me just say, that I actually enjoyed the series from beginning to end. And I'm hoping that when I actually go this year, that I can pick up a few manga while I'm there. More than likely, you know, pick up some Sailor Moon or something like that. You know, maybe I'll find some anime while I'm there. You know, you never know, but I'm willing to stay hopeful. I'm also thinking of doing a bit of changing in my equipment. Like for one, what I might do before AX is get myself a new camera. And with that, get a camera strap so I can have it, you know, around my neck instead of me carrying it around. But you know, I like to have my hands full, you know. I mean, I like to have my hands free, not full. There are some people say, "Oh, you would." No. No, but really, I would like to have my hands free better. That's the only thing I would like to have happen while I'm there, you know, just have my hands free. Still talk about, you know, what's going on here at the expo or rather anywhere. But you know, I shouldn't make it so hard to where I can't really do anything with my hands. I have to always hold the camera with my hands. But yeah, really, that's the only thing I just never really liked. You know, the entirety of what's happening is that the old man's worried that he's not gonna have the use of his arms anymore. He's saying that I need to learn how to drive and everything else. And I think that's the thing. That's the real thing that gets me. Like, must you have to think about the worst case scenario? Like, oh, woe is me, this is what's gonna happen. Oh, you don't know, man. That's kind of the reason why I don't really go with him if he said, oh, I'm gonna go out. You wanna come with me? I honestly say this, it's kind of hard to go with you and all you're gonna do is feel sorry for yourself. Or if not that, you're gonna make me feel bad about myself. and all you're going to do is, you know, you're going to talk about one or two things. You're going to talk about your glory days in the past, or you're going to talk about my mom. And that's another thing I just don't like going with him about. Just, you know, you're going to talk about my mom. And you're the one trying to help her out. You, sir, are a shining example of what it is like to be a man. Yes, I'm going to remember that when I get married again. I'm going to demoralize my wife as much as I can just because she's not the ideal woman. Bullshit. Now, the one thing I plan not to do is when times really do get tough, I never blame family. I never blame family for whatever kind of problems that happen. That's not what you do. Because I feel that when my dad was alive, he didn't do any such thing like that when he got home from work. No, all he did was do a phone. He went in the back. He went to the back house. He chilled. If I needed to go back there with him, I would. A few nights back, I was told about, there were some things that my girlfriend actually liked about some of my videos, so I listened. So I asked, why don't you ever tell me about, what you like when I do these videos? She says she's shy and all that. And of course when I stayed there some years back, yeah. She's not real good around people. Me, I'm selective. I'm socially selective. Sometimes I want to deal with people, other times I don't want to deal with people. Well, you're probably thinking, I don't know how many people are actually watching these videos because I put in so much effort into putting time in, and this is probably one of these games that you can actually talk about your life in. And that's what I do on these videos. I talk about what's happening in my everyday life. I take the opportunity to do these sort of games just because, well, one is a dungeon crawler. I can't talk about the game itself because you see what I'm doing. I mean, it's just that simple, you know. I do these videos just because, you know, it gives me something to do. Even with the articles that I do, you know, it gives me something to do. Give me something to talk about. And apparently, I like this power. Which is the Aura of Thrones. The Aura of Thorns, rather. Thrones. Yeah, Aura of Thorns. I like the Aura of Thorns. Because I don't really have to do much. It just does it for me. I just generate an aura of this magnitude, and it works wonders on a mob. Plus, I mean, it lasts for about 90 seconds. So all I have to do is enable it, and just boom. Ah, God, the unholy. Well, let's see. Let's see, Shrine of Enchantment. Ooh. Let's enchant this.
Fortune smiles on you.
You plunge the war sword into the light and adds new enchantments. 12 ice damage. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. Got something better, don't need it. Definitely got something better than this. So I have a cooling war sword. So as you can see, my aura can be released a little bit longer. Still hurts him like a bitch though. So last night when I was in a stream, after the stream was over, you know, I shared one of my experiences about a game that I've actually played. And I said, I said it was Superstar Saga. And the first thing I heard was, "Man, I'm sorry, but that's just sad." And I said, "How's that sad?" He said, "Well, you're getting upset over a game." I said, "I really wasn't upset about it." I said, "The thing about some games is that you have to take yourself into the mind of the character you're playing. And since most characters are silent protagonists,
I now know it to be a prison, set upon pillars of rock and a molten sea. Who could build such a thing?
Good question.
What could require such extreme incarceration? I am grateful that both prisoners and lords have long since turned dust.
I'm sure you are. So now we are in the molten prison. And like I said before, I told this guy, you know, you have to put yourself in the mind of certain characters. And you know, I say, you know, and I just say this, I don't expect you to understand. You know. I mean, that's the thing with certain games. That's the good thing about being a Let's Player. You know, you can actually take a certain game and, you know, in a certain manner of speaking, you can add perspective to it that you hadn't done, that nobody has ever probably thought about, which is a good thing. So the thing is, you know, the games I do on my channel, I do them my way, you know. Because you got people out there who basically want to get under your skin just because, oh, you're playing it this way in which you should be playing it my way, you know. And that's the one thing that, sadly, what most gamers don't understand is that we have our own playstyle. I mean, you don't see me just get on Ryu's case or Sheena's case about how they play their games. That's not how I roll, you know. Although I will say, you know, I will say that, you know, even if you are playing a game your way, wonderful. My issue is, you know, that when you have me as part of a project, you should just know, you should just understand, I like to have fun with it. I like to have fun whenever I do a project. And that's the thing that most people just don't realize. You know, you can't just not do a project and not have fun with it. You have to have your own style of fun with it. It's like, you know, I've been told I'm a wuss for not playing Donkey Kong Country. I said, you know, you can call me whatever you want, dude. I don't care. I said, that's a game that I'm just not that really good at. Plus, it would frustrate me to no end, so why play a game in which it's going to frustrate me? And at the same time, I'm being a troll. And at the same time that, you know, I'm doing this, you know, I don't find myself having a good time with the game. You know, I want to enjoy having a good time playing a video game, not feel, you know, like it's going to be a hassle if I'm going to go through getting through one stage. But there are some games out there that will frustrate you. And that's the reason why on my channel I don't do games that are popular. You do a Mario game, it's like you're doing something that's popular. I don't really like doing anything popular. I like doing games that aren't as popular. Like Torchlight isn't as popular, or Torchlight 2. And as I'm running through this whole area, beating up these trolls, I'm getting a slight bit of enjoyment out of beating all these trolls. I mean, I don't give anybody a hard time on what they should play. Nobody should give me a hard time on what I should play. And I feel that, you know, gamers these days, I don't know. This generation, they play for keeps or they play otherwise. Me, I don't play for keeps. That's why most times on my channel I play something casual. Or if we have a multiplayer, we usually play together and have a few laughs in the process. And yes, we usually mock others just because, oh yeah, well, it's this generation that's like that are crazy. Stone Smasher the Great. Yeah, how great are you, sir? Guess you're not that great. But that's usually an issue that I usually talk about, namely, you know, why don't I be more modern day? I remember I used to get that. Why don't you be more modern day? Why do you have to play retro? And I'll answer this right now. The reason why is because certain modern day games just aren't as entertaining as retro games. I mean, you have to use your imagination with certain games. You can't just do a certain gameplay and not try to make it as interesting as you can make it. Like for Magic Heresage. To make it more interesting, I like to add a character or add a persona to the mix. Now, it doesn't take away from the game, but, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, if people have, you know, if there are those out there who have, like, a very hard time, or they had a rough day, just the little things I do to do all my videos actually makes a difference. Let's see. Fill that up. Raise that, and down we go. Because, you know, you don't know. There might be people out there who've had a rough day, or they had, you know, something harsh, you know, maybe, I don't know. There are people out there who need a good laugh. So that's what I try to do. I try to deliver a little something. If I can make them smile a bit, or have those who say, oh, that wasn't funny. I'm like, are you sure about that? Because if I'm asked the question about why do I do certain things, I said, I do it because there are people out there who need a laugh. Or they just need a little smile, you know, and they need something to get them through the day. And that's the reason why I do the little things that I do on my videos. If you had a rough day, I would imagine that what you would really want is something that could just help you relax. Make you smile, you know, that sort of thing. Like, take for example what I did last Thursday. I've not posted that video since, but it was about drivers in Houston. You know, they're the rudest type of drivers there are, and they moved up the ladder since, or, you know, something like that. Well, you and I had a bit of fun with it. Then after that, well, you know, I talked a lot of shit about certain YouTube users. And the reason why I hadn't posted it is because, well, I had thought about doing one of two things. Doing it over and sticking to the subject, or otherwise, you know. I am the remarkable. But that's the thing, you know, I often just wonder if I'm scholar staff. I often usually do videos like that, you know, just for people to get a little laughter, you know. I mean, even my friends that I talk to on Skype, most of them work. They need a good laugh once in a while. Hell, I could use a good laugh every once in a while. But like I said, for the past couple of days, I've just been extremely busy, and with the weather change, it being like one day 90, one day 100, one day 99, another day 95. I said, man, when it really cools down, I'll be glad. I'll be glad because I can breathe again. Because the thing is, I really don't like anything too hot because I overheat and pass out. So therefore, I do these kind of videos when I actually get the energy to do so. Beast Mangler. It's kind of the reason why I'm so far behind on what I'm working on. But I'm trying to put in as much time as I can. Do these kind of videos and everything else. Because like I said before, it's a lot that I had to that I had to share. That's usually the issue with me. So before I continue, let me see. Quest for Glory, okay. Shimmering Deep. Ember Forge, okay. Third Dane the Stalker? Seriously? But I feel that what I'm doing here will be a stepping stone to something greater. And it's like what a fellow friend of mine, Big Fatty Plus, always says, you know, he's using it as a stepping stone to something greater. The same here. I'm doing this for something greater. I mean, I'm an author, but I'm not a well-known author. I'm not giving up, though. It's just sometimes ideas come to me, and I have to answer them. Sometimes I don't answer them. It's just not easy to carry a story out sometimes. And that's the thing, it's not really easy. So when the idea comes to me, or, you know, or otherwise, I act upon it. Otherwise, I don't really do that. And I've been sharing, you know, what experience I have to others who are into being writers and whatnot. Because the thing is, I feel I have more experience in how to make a good idea better, or how to help people, out if they feel they're at their wits' end, so to speak. So, you know, as far as I know, I'm glad I can be of help to anyone who needs it, you know. My help is available to any who want it. And it made me feel good because, you know, if it helps in whatever way I can, then I'm doing my job. Oh, I was in prison. Turn this around like so. So this weekend, I'll probably, this weekend coming up, or coming in, I'll not only have this, but a few other videos as well. I can't say what, but I'll just leave it as a surprise. Apparently,
My inventory is full.
apparently, I'm doing something right because more and more people are starting to notice me, so apparently I must be doing some good. Like I said, I must be doing some good if I'm getting noticed. And if I talk about somebody who is like well-known, well, I just do. There's some people on YouTube that just need something. They just need a fire lit under their ass. And not a good one, you know, just like, I shouldn't be talking about this person. Oh, why? Just so I can just say, hey, yeah, you want to notice me now or something like that? I'm not here to make enemies. But I'm also here just to say, you know, I'm here. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm here. I'm not here to make enemies. I'm not here to try to say, oh, hey, I'm popular. Because I know the truth. I'm not that popular. I'm not doing it for money anyway. Everything that I'm doing, I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing this. Whatever time I can spare to play one game and share whatever kind of thoughts I have on my mind, I'm glad to be doing it. I mean, there are people out there who want to get some, you know, some sort of comments or whatnot. And I just say, you know, sometimes there's just people out there who just don't want to comment, or, you know. Or whatnot, you know. Because I want to know what you think. Well, if you want to know what I think about it, then you're doing these videos for the wrong reason. You shouldn't be doing them just because you want to know what people think about what you did. I mean, I would like to say, you know, my work speaks for itself. I don't, you know, somebody comments, that's good. Somebody doesn't comment, that's good too. Because yes, if I have gotten to the point of, I'm much older, so it's like, comments are nice. If somebody tells me through feedback, you know, I like what you do, could you have I ever told you that, blah, 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 blah. You know, somebody actually gave me feedback. I prefer feedback more than, you know, comments. Not like it's a bad thing, but, you know, feedback says a lot more. That's what I honestly think. You know, a comment, you can always say, oh, great video. That's it. Great video, good, you know, whatever. But to me, since I have like 5 years of LPing under my belt, to me, if I get some feedback, open this leather, use this lever here. If I get some feedback on my channel, because what I always say is, you know, I would love to get some feedback. Because I feel, you know, you can say a whole lot more on the channel that you couldn't say in comments. So that's why I say every so often, you know, leave me a comment through my channel.
You struggled against Aldric's will. No matter. The Overseer could not pass this realm, and you will fare no better against the Goblin hordes.
Really? Get your slow ass out of here, man. I ain't got time for your shit. And that's how it is with me, you know. I grow along with my channel. You know, more people notice, the more I become better. Oh yeah, let me get rid of your ass. Thank you for dying. No, sir, you gotta stop that. The bigger you are, the easier it is you're going to get your ass beaten. Goodbye, sir. Big and green and dead all over. Oh well. Good points, good points, good points. So with that, I think we can activate another waypoint. Hi, Sil.
You've made it to the fortress. Feeling the effects of the Ember Blight? Tell me, we're close to finding your cure. I hope you will continue to help me out. Whatever is causing this corruption is too powerful for me to face on my own. Clear a path to the Ember Forge, and I will meet you there.
Okay. But I think I've done enough for this time out here. So what I'm gonna do? Wha-bam! Tra-la-la, the fiend is slain. Cormac the despoiler is no more. Tra-la-la, hero one. We shall be grateful evermore. Why does how I look? Have you no appreciation for fast? Don't need it. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop here. And next time on Torchlight, we shall go much deeper towards the Ember Forge. And possibly I have more topics to talk about. So I've been the Tenkaichi of gaming and Otaku, Pookie87. And I'll see you next time with more videos, whatever they may be. So until then, have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. And I shall see you next time. So with that, God bless. Take care and Tenkai Muso.